Aloha, this is Jessica Smith responding to Malone's MIT video, um, this is a little bit late, but that's okay because it's at least getting done. But it was a really good video. I liked how I talked about the freedom that we have because of new technology. That because of technology we have more communication. Communication is available to us faster and cheaper. And so we are able to get more information, and with that more information we are allowed to make more informed decisions. And because we have this more information, we've got a little bit of playroom within the decisions that we make, and that we're a lot more, as people, can be more self-motivated, and we can be more creative, and we can be more flexible because, well, if I can't, call my mom on my cell phone, I can call my mom on Skype. Being able to see the freedoms that we have because of the new technology, allowing us to be more creative and able to use our knowledge in different ways. And talked about how the power and authority that used to be held by one person in making all of these decisions is now being held by more and more. The flight example, which was kind of creepy, having an entire room full of people trying to guide and direct a flight, was kind of shaky, and I don't think that I would really want to be riding an airplane like that. But at the same time showing how it can go from one centralized control to a larger group of people. I think it also kind of shows the shakiness of making a choice like that. Having so many people make choices can lead to dangerous situations, like flying an airplane. Maybe someone could steer it off into some mountain nearby. Because of technology, it would only let them have just a little bit of pull, because it takes together all of the choices. But I don't know that I'm one to necessarily trust that many people with something so important. But at the same time, I did like that the other examples that he showed did show a lot more freedom and convenience for people owning their own business. He talked about eBay and how many people were employed by eBay that were able to set up their own shops and make their living by selling things, whereas before they would have had to go to like a certain job. That setting up a shop or a business of your own was quite difficult to do. So it allowed that much more freedom to make choices, the types of things that you want to sell, and you have a more global audience to sell to. Maybe that particular shop wouldn't have sold well, in say a small town such as Laie, but being able to sell to one person from Laie and one person from Kauai, a couple people in Asia, a couple people from Europe, all having a worldwide audience allows for a person to maintain their living by setting up this shop that they wouldn't have been able to eat before. So it does allow more freedom in being able to move in the business world, but I do think that there are some things like airplanes that should be more centrally focused. Someone who has been trained. Who knows, maybe if one day everyone is able to get flight training, then maybe I would start to trust people with that kind of decision making. But for the most part, I kind of like just having one or two people fly the plane, and knowing that they studied, that they know what they're doing. And Malone's argument is that because of the increase of technology, that one day we will be able to get to that point. But until we get to that point, something should be better left centrally controlled. But I do like the direction that he's heading, the freedoms that he shows that we have because of an increase of technology and communication, and kind of the optimism in a world that's so negative against technology and how dangerous and controlling it can be. I do like that he's able to not be had by technology, but he has technology, kind of going back to the Peter and Lynn and on the fourth level of thinking type argument.